What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Humboy checking in with you again. Wanted to do this little video while I'm actually on the way to the house for a quick second. Now that the season's over and the playoffs is pretty much going into the AFC NFC Championship game picture, had a little time to reflect on the season, how I felt about it. Started off pretty good, got a little rocky in the middle, had a 5-game winning streak, then had a 5-game losing streak. And then from there, after the Green Bay Packers game, we lost Tua for the remaining 2 games, actually 3 games, because the Jets, the Patriots, Jets, and then the wild card against the Bills, in which I still feel to this day, had we had them, we beat the Bills and move on to play the Bengals, and then who knows. But for all those that still do doubt the kid, or that say, oh, well, you know, he's still not an elite level quarterback, the proof is in the pudding. He had over 3,600 yards this year, 25 touchdowns to 8 picks. Phenomenal numbers compared to last season. He improved in every statistical category, and then he went down on interceptions. So that means he's not putting the ball in harm's way a lot. Now, and I think one of those games, I think it was the Pittsburgh game, they actually did drop 3 possible interceptions, which would gave him 11 on the year. But you don't count almost drops. They're drops. So in that regard, that was the only game I saw that he put the ball in harm's way, you know, outside the Green Bay's game when he just threw 3 stupid interceptions. Outside of that, that was only 2 games that he actually was like out of his mind with, you know, turning the ball over. But I digress. The team as a whole, defensively, we have a lot to fix. From the front 4 to the linebacking core, we have to get younger and faster, because our biggest issue with linebackers is coverage. We can't cover anybody. It's like we know how to tackle, but we can't cover. So we have to be able to get younger at linebacker to where they can go sideline to sideline without putting so much on the corners and the defensive line to hold up for so long, when you know for a fact if you got solidified linebackers, you can make a difference in the game. The secondary was completely banged up this year, from X to Brandon Jones, who was out. Nick Needham was out. What's his name? Byron Jones was out. Which with him, I don't even know what they're going to do. I don't even know what they're going to do now that the offseason's already underway. I have no idea what's going to happen. But if I'm looking to move on from him and just get a cornerstone corner, either through the draft or through free agency. One or the other, because, I mean, not play a whole season, come on now. And if you claim you were trying to get back, you know, from, I think it was the Achilles tear that he had, then you should have been making the progress to actually show them that you want to play. Instead, you were basically chaining them around or jerking their chain by making them think you was coming back at a certain point of the season. Then you didn't even bother to come back at all. Which Kader Kohu was a savior, because he played really, 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 really well, considering that he was a rookie undrafted from Texas A&M. So he solidified his spot as one of the premier cornerbacks on that team. With Xavier Howard, I'm sorry to say it, but you got to let him go. You need to let him go. He may have been a proven commodity, but this year he was getting exposed bad. He's slower. He doesn't have the same impact that he once had when he first came. And he certainly didn't put up the interception numbers that he put up, I think it was 2 years ago, when he had 10 interceptions. So it's a big drop-off in production from him. As far as Javon Holland, you need somebody else alongside him that can actually play coverage, because to me, Javon Holland is nothing but a hit stick. He likes to hit. He can't really pick the ball off very well. He can't really do coverage too well, but he can come up and bang you. He can come up and hit. And so with that being said, you need a safety that's gonna counterbalance what he does well. A safety that's gonna take away some of the spacing on the field to play coverage with. As far as the defensive line goes, we have some cornerstones, you know, Jalen Phillips, Christian Wilkins for sure, definitely resign him. Raekwon Davis, I don't know. He didn't do enough this season. And Spiller, however you say it, the 92, he was pretty good this season. And Melvin Ingram, definitely keep him. He was a spark plug. Bradley Chubbs is a huge disappointment. A huge disappointment. I thought he was going to come in and immediately provide an impact right off the bat, which he did the first game. He was constantly pressuring the quarterback. After the first game, I think that was the Pittsburgh game or one of those two games that he played, that he came into when he first got traded. After that, it's like he just went through the motions of basically being a decoy on the field, which is not good. I mean, they paid you all that money and you barely even did anything about it, production-wise. So that has to be fixed. Offensively, we all know the line got to get better. I feel like they had good moments, though. The Buffalo Bill game, the wild card, definitely the best offensive line play I've seen in a while from the team. The running game, I hate that we didn't have Raheem Mostert. That would have been a huge plus for us because the Bills couldn't stop the running game. And Jeff Wilson Jr. is not the same caliber running back as Raheem, but he's a very good counterpunch. So he's more of a brick wall. Raheem is more of a speedster. He can get to second and third gear, no problem. Jeff Wilson has to build up the steam to do that. So there's a difference between the two. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, two solid cornerstone wide receivers. And I think now that Trent Sherfield, he has earned the third spot as the number 3 receiver. The question is, are they going to let Eric Exuma get that 4th role, or are they going to bring somebody in to compete with him for that spot? That's the biggest question. And then another question is about tight end, because Mike Gesicki has made it clear that he wants to be a free agent. Well, let him go. We got Hunter Long. We got Darren Smythe. We got enough pieces around us to where our offense will be fine. If we got to go draft, another receiver or whatever, or get him out of free agency, and so be it. But we have enough. And, of course, at quarterback, we need a proven veteran to help Tua, to compete with Tua, to push him. Because me personally, I don't want to see Tua get hurt anymore. Not the way he got hurt this year. The concussions just took him out of it. If he could change his helmet and the way he falls during the game, I think he'd be just fine. But we can't have what happened this year happen next year, where he's gone for 4 or 5 games. Because then the Dolphins won't have no choice but to move on. And I would hate to see Tua at another team like that, but it's a business and it's not personal. They will move on from him. So I need him to be the cornerstone quarterback, franchise quarterback that I know he can be, and stay healthy. Now, I said all that to put it in a bundle. The season itself was good. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, it was good. I said good because they made the postseason. They finished with a 9-8 record. Could have been a lot better than that. Like I said, Tua's health plays a lot of this, because had he stayed healthy, they go 11-5. I don't have no doubt about that part. But because he couldn't stay healthy, it sucked. So, but outside of that, successful season, made the postseason. Now next year we got to ramp it up. If we can get 12, 13 wins before week 18, if we can get to 13 wins by like week 15, 16, I'm not going to play Tua no more. I'll play the remaining 2 games with the backup, with the veterans, with a backup veteran, and just let Tua rest. Because to me, you could probably play him like a series or 2, but I wouldn't risk playing him week 18, definitely like week 18. Week 17, I'd probably play for him a series or 2. And then after that, I would sit him down, let him rest it out week 18, and then be ready to go the divisional round, because more than likely we'll have the wild card round, because we'll have a home game. But I'll rest him up until that. So I'm impressed with our season. I want us to do better. I'm actually glad they moved on from Josh Boyer, because the defensive plays he was calling made no sense. On 3rd and 18, you only send 4, then you back everybody up to the first down marker and let them run 19 yards to get a first down, which made no sense. If you're in a zone coverage, how can you not fix that? How do you not know how to hover next to the person so he's not wide the hell open where he can get the ball and convert the third down play. Or at the goal line, we run the zero blitz in the red zone, and you give up the running back out the backfield who has nobody on him, so they could dump it off to him. He runs in the end zone. That type of defensive things can't happen, because now you just put more pressure on your offense to continue to score, when it shouldn't be that way. It should be an evenly give and take situation between the three units. Special teams, I feel like if we get a reliable punt returner and kickoff returner, we'll be fine. I don't see the need to put Tyreek Hill back there, because Doug mentioned they should put Tyreek Hill back there for certain situations, but I don't see the need to do that, because what if he does get hurt? I mean, you talking about guys that's on the special teams, that's all their job is to do, is make a name for themselves. And what better way to send a message to the team than you knock out Tyreek Hill, who's a premier superstar wide receiver? So I wouldn't do that. I would go draft somebody that I know that wouldn't mind providing a spark on special teams and make a name that way for themselves first. But that's just me. But anyway, guys, comment below. Let me know what you think about the season. Let me know what you think about Tua and the offense. Let me know what you think about the defense. What moves would you like to see the organization make now, especially when OTA rolls around and all that stuff? And what free agency signing would you like to see happen? I'll be coming up with more videos. They won't be as frequent all the time, but I'm gonna try to come up with more, at least 2 a week. That way I can be putting out my thoughts and stuff like that. And yeah, peace.